Okay, I'm going to show you how to analyze the results of your Google Forms survey. So first, pull up your form. Again, your questions will be on the first slide. Click responses when you are ready and have at least 50. It's always good to have more. And click on the little Google Sheets button. Your survey results will pop up. Notice each column represents a question and the corresponding responses. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to highlight the first column. My first question was, what is your favorite color? So I need to ask myself, is this numerical or is this categorical? And since I don't have a number response, it is a categorical variable. So I have two graph option types for categorical. Categorical is either a bar graph or a pie chart. Okay, but both of those can be done through Google Sheets. So I'm going to highlight the column. I'm going to hit Insert, Chart. Okay, and notice right pops up the pie chart. Yours may not do that though. So right click the arrow, down click the arrow, and notice you can do pie chart. You can do bar graph if you want, depending on what you want to do. If you have this bottom one checked, use row one as header. It will say count of what is your favorite color. If you come over here to the top and hit customize chart style, you can change colors, background color, whatever you like. You can hit 3D if you want it 3D. Again, you can see what different options there are here. If you hit chart and axis titles, title text. What if I don't want the title to be count of? I can just delete count of and it will just say, what is your favorite color? Okay, when you're done with this, you can hit the top right corner, do a copy chart, and then go to Google Slides, and you can paste your pie chart in. Remember, with categorical data, you also need a sentence describing, okay? So with categorical data, we describe either the most occurring and the least occurring. So based on my pie graph results, the most occurring favorite color is blue, the least occurring favorite color is pink. Okay, so make sure to write good, complete sentences. Also make sure on your slide presentation that you hyperlink in your data. So what does that mean by that? If you go to your Google Sheets, you want to copy the URL at the top. Okay, so highlight, do Control-C, copy, then go to your Google Slides. And you want to insert link. Okay, so where the link is, I'm gonna Control-V, I'm gonna paste, and text, I can just label it data. So notice then when you do and present your data, you can just click on it and I will be able to see your spreadsheet. Yep. So that is for categorical data. So let's delete this and let's do numerical data. So Google Sheets doesn't have many options for numerical data with univariate data. With bivariate, which will be a whole separate chapter, we'll have a lot more. So what we're going to do is my second one is how many shoes do you own? And notice all the responses are numbers, okay? First, I'm going to show you some cool things we could do with Google Sheets. If you highlight the numbers and you click data, you can hit the sort sheet by column. This will either order it from least to greatest, greatest to least. Okay, you don't need to do those things by hand. That's the beauty of Google Sheets. But more importantly, we need a graphical display. Okay, so for numerical data, unfortunately, Google Sheets has a histogram, but histogram for number of pairs of shoes, it looks a little wonky. So we're going to use the internet to find some other ones. Again, options for numerical data is a stem plot, a box plot, again, a histogram, or a dot plot. Okay, so I'm going to copy the data points. So highlight and Control-C, copy. And you can go to the internet and you can literally Google stem and leaf plot generator or box plot generator, whichever one you prefer. And notice here, this one allows me to just paste in my values. So notice if I Control paste, it will actually paste in all the values. If I hit calculate, notice then, okay, it will create me a stem plot. So notice based on these results, the stem plot probably isn't the best choice for this because notice I only have 2 stems. That really doesn't tell me much about the data. So if you want to go and find a box plot generator, a different type of so here, Desmos even has a box plot generator. And you can paste, and notice it gives you a nice pretty box plot that you can screenshot, snippet, or copy in whichever way possible. So go to your Google Sheets and you can paste it here. So what was the title of this question? This was, how many shoes do you own? And remember, for numerical data, again, you need sentences, but you need sentences describing mean, median, center, and range. So what's nice is that Google Sheets can actually do some of that for you. Notice here at the bottom, I would skip a line. If you use equal, we can use some of the formulas in Google Sheets. So if you hit equal average, notice that it's smart and it knows, oh, this is already column C. I'm going to average all the values from C2 cell all the way to C17. Hit enter and notice the average number of shoes people owned that replied to my survey is 4.533. Okay, so this one was average. Next, we can find mean. We can do the same thing, or define median, I mean. So if we want to find median, again, anytime we use formulas, we hit equal. And notice that doesn't quite pop up. So start typing in median and notice it's smart. It comes up with, oh, I have median here. And what cells do I want it from? Again, I want to start from C2 to C. C2 to C, what is the last one? 16. And notice the median is 4. Okay, so I can add that as good proper sentences in my box plot. So I can say the average number of shoes owned is 4.5. The median number of shoes owned is 4. You can say the minimum number of shoes owned is 1. The max is 10. Now, if you want to add additional information regarding box plot, we can say the quartile 1 is here. Remember, it's the start of your box. That's 2.5. Q3 is 6, and so forth. You can add those if you want or not, but at least you need to describe mean, median, and min or max. Okay? So this hopefully gets you a good start on how to do the graphical displays for your Google form survey.